We realized it has nothing to do with waterproof keyboards, that these keyboards are being demanded for a very specific problem that hospitals are trying to address, and namely that is hospital-acquired infections.
What brought you into infection control? What brought you wanting to solve for this issue?
Well, it really happened organically, Pablo. My background is I've been in IT sales and marketing my whole career. And back in the early 2000s, I had a manufacturer's rep firm. I was approached by a company out of the UK that had a washable keyboard that they wanted to launch in the US consumer market. And the idea was you're eating your breakfast, you spill your coffee on the keyboard, you can go rinse it out in the sink, and you're back in business. So I went and presented this product to all the big retailers. And literally the worst reception I've ever gotten to a product. I practically got thrown out of CompUSA. That same week, there was a front page article in the USA Today quoting a University of Arizona study that found that the average computer keyboard has 400 times more bacteria than a toilet seat. And it was a slow news week. It was picked up by all the major news networks. And my whole career in IT sales, I'd never seen anything like it. My phone just started ringing off the hook from hospitals, which I had never done anything in healthcare. And all these hospitals wanted to evaluate this washable keyboard. It was very exciting. We sent out about 600 that first week. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, that product failed everywhere. It was not engineered for healthcare needs, for the infection control needs. It couldn't be submersed. It couldn't be cleaned with bleach or healthcare disinfectants. But it was obvious. If we can make a keyboard that's dishwasher safe, self-sanitizing, and meets the rigors of infection control for healthcare, that we would have a real opportunity. In 2007, we launched the world's first dishwasher safe keyboard and mouse. And that product was immediately successful in healthcare. And within a couple of years, we were really well known as the waterproof keyboard company. But we realized it has nothing to do with waterproof keyboards, that these keyboards are being demanded for a very specific problem that hospitals are trying to address, and namely that is hospital-acquired infections. Pablo, a lot of people don't realize that as many as 2 million people a year are the victims of a hospital-acquired infection in the US. That's just a US stat. And what that means is that 2 million people go to the hospital seeking healthcare, and they can track something that they didn't have before they went there. And as many as 100,000 people die in the US from an infection they received in a US hospital, and as many as 800,000 are left permanently disabled every year. And that really became our mission. That it started with the washable keyboards, but there are other vectors that need to be addressed in healthcare to keep a clean, safe environment. And that really became our mission, that we wanted to prevent infections and save lives. It started with an IT product that turned into almost a religion. We're very serious about our mission. But we know that as many as 70% of these hospital-acquired infections, according to the CDC, are preventable. We like those odds, and we're doing our part.